I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
This is a Patreon review. Thanks to Sodden Grider. I hope I said that right. I apologize. He or she, I'm not sure. Yeah, I apologize. Sodden Grider pledged to my Patreon. And with the tier the person pledged, got 2 reviews. This and the sequel. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. For anyone who's ever interested in joining my Patreon, the link is down below, as well as if you're interested in sending a request via PayPal, link is down below as well. If not, I perfectly understand. But the 2 films I'm talking about, this and next video, are Garfield from 2004 and Garfield, A Tale of Two Titties in like 2006. You know, funny enough, look who joined. As soon as I start talking about Garfield, my buddy's cat literally just walked in here. Coincidence? Maybe spying on me to not talk so much BS on this. But yeah, this film, I like the Garfield cartoon from back in the day. I remember seeing it back in the day. I remember the Halloween special, and I enjoyed the voice work, the animation for its time. I did not read much of the original comic strips, but I remember enjoying the old cartoon. And Garfield's demeanor was, yeah, there was some outlandish stuff, but much more. I haven't seen him forever. Maybe I'm wrong. I like to rewatch that now that I saw this BS and the more BS of the sequel. But I remember Garfield being much more of a easygoing, like lazy, not doing much, not moving too much. And the Garfield in these movies is like jumping around, blah blah blah, ready to fly. And before I get anything, yes, it is funny that the guy who voiced Peter Venkman on the Ghostbusters cartoon is the guy who voiced Garfield in the original cartoon. And then the guy who played Peter Venkman in the movies, Bill Murray, voiced Garfield in the movies. So yeah, I know that's a bit weird coincidence. And Bill Murray voicing the character, it's not that he's bad, he's just not funny. Now, I guarantee you it's not just a script. I'm sure Bill Murray had carte blanche to riff on stuff, but it's just not funny. I mean, Bill Murray, again, his voice acting isn't bad, but I can't say I laughed at anything. The story, there's not much of a story. John, the owner, played by Breckin Meyer, gets a dog from the vet, Jennifer Love Hewitt, who Breckin Meyer's in love with. And you find out later Jennifer Love Hewitt is in love with him. And, oh, this dog has nowhere else to go, so you take care of him for a while. Garfield gets jealous, wants Odie out of the picture. One night locks him up outside. Odie, the dog, runs away. Garfield tries to find him and rescue him from the bad guy who wants to use the dog for some kind of trick show. Go put a shock collar on him. Funny enough, the villain is Steven Tobolowsky. I recognize that guy. I'm like, it's Ned Ryerson from Groundhog Day. Ned? You know, Ned? So, funny enough, so they worked together again, but granted, Bill Murray was never on set. But, yeah, wow, he was in another Bill Murray film. Ned Ryerson! God, Groundhog Day is a classic. I need to rewatch that film sometime. Love Groundhog Day. Rest in peace, Harold Ramis. But this, it's not really a plot. It's not really a story. It's not funny. The CGI in Garfield is garbage. Even for 2004, it's garbage. He looks like if Tigger had an aneurysm and then was forced into bed and force-fed and had reconstructive surgery, but the doc was a quack and high on his own supply, and then you had cheap CG. I'm like, wow, Tigger is fucked up. Oh, that's Garfield, really? And just stuff about this film that's just strange. Like, every other animal is a real animal except Garfield. And none of the other animals look like their counterparts from the show. Like, they try to make Garfield look like Garfield, but at the same time, part of me wonders, the whole idea of having a live-action Garfield film, maybe that in itself was the bad idea, the wrong idea. Did you need a live-action Garfield film? No, just have a CG animated Garfield film, or just not have a film at all. Because Garfield stories, not sure if they can really go to 80 minutes, and these movies kind of prove that. Maybe it's something that works on a comic strip and a cartoon, but I mean, Garfield looks like crap. The design, he looks even fatter than usual. Looks like he ate the Garfield from the cartoon. Like, this Garfield ate the Garfield from the cartoon, and he's pregnant. He's a male. Well, you know, maybe it's like Arnold's Jr. He fucking, I don't know. Sadly, I'd rather watch Junior than either of these movies, and I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. I would rather watch Junior with Arnold being pregnant than these two pieces of shit. And they are pieces of shit. They're two of the worst Bill Murray films. I think of Bill Murray films, I love Scrooged. I really enjoy Larger Than Life. I think that's underrated. Matthew McConaughey is a lot of fun in that. Love Ghostbusters. I think Ghostbusters 2 is underrated. His cameo in Zombieland was fun. I really love Stripes, Meatballs, Groundhog Day. St. Vincent was good. I mean, he's made a lot of good stuff. Not all of them were winners, but these are easily two of the worst ones he's done. And the stupid thing is Bill Murray did these movies, at least the first one, because he thought, oh, it's written by Coen. He thought it was the Coen brothers. And Bill, this is where sometimes I wonder if Bill's intelligence. Do you really think that the Coen brothers are going to write a Garfield movie? That would be like if Quentin Tarantino did a Ninja Turtle movie. I'd love to see it, but do you really think that would happen? No. No, like, come on. So he thought he got mixed up. It was a different Coen. Why he came back for the sequel, I have no idea. Yes, maybe he really enjoyed doing it. I don't know. But the jokes don't work. They're very lame. They're very lazy. Him flushing the toilet when Breckin Meyer's in the shower. Garfield, there's food. hash and a dash. And it looks just like cat foods. I guess they had to do that because he switches it and Breckin Meyer's too stupid to notice. Oh, I was getting before I get into that. Oh, another stupid joke. He drinks milk and he goes, "Got milk?" I need a cat stand. A cat stand. Yeah, I get it because you're a cat stand. Oh, I was talking about how nobody else looks like their characters. Nermal. I remember Nermal being a gray, the cutest cat ever, which Garfield was jealous. And here is like a normal cat who's just dumb. And what's funny, they have a gray cat, but that's not normal. That's a different cat, which doesn't look like the cat that's in the cartoon either. And Odie, first off, the look of the dog is nothing like Odie in the cartoon. Second off, I'm like, if you don't CG Garfield, why don't you just CG Odie as well? I don't understand that. If you don't take all this time and energy, well, because it's cheaper. Let's be honest. What's cheaper, CG1 or CG2 characters? CG1 character is cheaper. So that's why they did it. No real dog looks like Odie. And the CG Odie would cost more money. Well, then if you want to cheap out, don't make the fucking movie. The human characters are bland, boring. I like Breckin Meyer. I don't mind Love Hewitt. She did fine, and I know we did last summer. But they're god-awful in this. Again, they're bland, they're boring, the acting is just bad. And then even they're not like their characters. Because I remember Jon being kind of a, I don't want to say doofus, but he would not get the girl. It's funny, other people they had for the lead, Jon the owner, they wanted Ben Stiller, they wanted Adam Sandler, they wanted Jim Carrey. Of course, that didn't happen. That would not have saved this. So, I mean, the human actors do a piss poor job. The jokes are just that funny. Garfield looks atrocious in CGI. Even his design, he seems even too fat. Like, you put a fucking pin in him, he's going to blow up. I don't think he's going to stop. None of the other characters, the cats and dogs, look like the characters in the cartoon. They put in this annoying shit to make Garfield like more bubbly animated, which I'm like, I thought the point of Garfield is just lazy and he wants to do as little as possible. One of the first things he does, he climbs up and he does this big cannonball to wake up Jon, and I'm like, all this other stuff, running around, dancing with Odie to shitty music. Oh, another weird thing is the product placement, to the point that Breckin Meyer's character has a train set. On the train set, there's little fucking advertisements on the train set for Pepsi and Wendy's. There's literally a scene where Garfield's trying to tell Breckin Meyer, hey, that's where he's at on the TV. But of course he comes in too late and it cuts to a Wendy's advertisement. Oh, not now, Garfield. There's advertisements for Petco. I'm like, are you fucking... Jesus Christ. The fact that, you know, you got the little advertisements on the fucking train set. I'm not going to have an action figure and then take a fucking little sticker of McDonald's and put it on the back of the t-shirt. It's his uniform. He's sponsored by McDonald's. That'd be like me doing reviews and then I have a pin that just happens to be a Burger King. Or I do all reviews now with just the fucking Burger King hat on. Or the Burger King crown, I should say. really not much happens in the film. Like I say, he gets the dog. Garfield doesn't like it. Whether pushing Odie off the chair, the two are dancing. Breckin Meyer and Jennifer Love Hewitt, you don't give a shit about their romance. They have no chemistry with each other. These actors have done better work. They're bland and boring and just bad. Disappointed there's a dog show and all the dogs are chasing Garfield and Odie just comes out and dances a little bit. People are like, yeah! I'm like, he's just fucking doing this. And that gets him attention and wins. And I'm like, he wasn't even in the fucking competition, but he won. There's even a fucking moment where Garfield, Bill Murray, he sings a song. I'm like, I don't want to hear this shit. Odie runs away, like I said. Stephen Tobolowsky, one thing or another, he gets him. And at the end, this is the dog I will use. I'm like, I'm sure there's 100 dogs out there that can do tricks as simple as getting on their hind legs. All the other fucking dogs in the dog show. Go have a shock collar. Garfield gets some hijinks. He's almost tapped by rats, but another rat who is a friend Garfield saves him. Blah, 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 blah. Gets caught at one point. Another animal lets all the animals out. Gets to Odie. Gets him out. All the animals come by. Attack Stephen Tobolowsky. Ned Ryerson gets fucked up. But I mean, not royally. It's a kid's film. And I believe Breckin Meyer gets there and punches him in the face. The two get taken home. They're friends, kinda, not really, but sorta. And the last scene is Garfield dancing to I Feel Good. I knew as I should. And try and do a split. I'm like, you want to see Split? How about Split? So yeah, this movie's a piece of crap. This movie's awful. And, you know, I should do the whole review like this, just like this movie would do. I should just do the whole review like this. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Awful film. Terrible CGI. Thankfully short. Human actors are bad. Awful product placement. Nothing is funny. Nothing made me laugh. Nothing made me chuckle. I remember seeing this back in the day. I felt the same thing. I'm like, man, just go watch the original cartoon. I'm sure you can find it. I guarantee you can find it. Garfield just seems a bit more just hyped up on fucking cocaine or something. I'm like, I don't remember Garfield being this energetic in the cartoon and being this unfunny. And just like, yeah, nothing story, nothing plot, nothing writing, product placement, bad CG. The other characters are nothing like the characters in the comic strip that I've looked into. The cartoon, which I remember. And this is just something the studio got out, got some bucks, enough to make a sequel. Who gives a shit about quality control? Who gives a shit if it's good or bad? Boom. Got your money. Take care. Bye-bye. That's the truth. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Next going to talk about an even worse film. A Tale of Two Shitties. Oh, I'm sorry. A Tale of Two Titties. Tale of Two Pussies. See you guys a little bit later.